Hey there, and welcome to my laser review of the new film Fast X, or Fast 10, or the 10th installment in the Fast and Furious franchise, which started over 20 years ago.
Yes, time flies.
For some people, you're watching my review, and every single time a new Fast and Furious film gets announced, the only question you have is, why won't you fucking die?
Why won't you die?
Now listen, I'm not that much of an idiot, just a drunken idiot, and I recognize the Fast films for exactly what they are. There are people online saying, listen dude, I hated 1 through 9, I'm not going to like part 10. I respect that because some people just want more out of their films. And someone like me, I guess like the action nut in me and the little kid in me, I do like the explosions and the big bald guys that are muscle bound and stuff and probably on steroids. You know, the scantily clad women, the cars and stuff, the street racing. So yes, the Fast franchise has evolved over the years. Some people would say, you know, like not for the better by any means, because basically part 1, you know it if you saw it. It was Paul Walker being a cop, trying to take down Vin Diesel, and it had like a very Point Break feel to it, except that, you know, it was street racing and cars. Part 2 and part 3, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I thought they were kind of dull. And then of course, Fast 4 brought everybody back, and it kind of felt like they were retreading part 1. And then of course, part 5 comes in, and we get The Rock and Hobbs. And then they turn to these superhero films. And sorry, this is Pepsi Zero, by the way. So basically, 5, 6, 7, 8, and even 9 just turned into like Marvel level MCU shit. And you know, you have to at least, if you don't like the films, respect the fact that they weren't dull. They didn't keep doing the same thing over and over again. Every single film, they found some new bullshit way to like top the last film, to even these guys going out in fucking space and things like dragging a safe through the streets of Rome, and it's just so much glorious action, okay? Now, Western some blueberry flavored vodka. So, as I said, if you didn't like the first 9, nothing I can say will enlighten you to want to see part 10. But I can at least tell you what the story of part 10 is, because, you know, whether it's good or bad, there actually is a story in Fast 10, alright? If, like me, you enjoyed the first Fast 9 films, I think you're just going to have a great time with Fast 10. And yes, this is just a continuation. It's just part 10 in a long-running franchise. Nothing new by any means, alright? But before we talk about that, blueberry flavored vodka, Pepsi Zero, let's try this, shall we? Oh yeah.
Delicioso.
Okay, Fast 10. What's new this time? Every Fast film has to have a bad guy. Jason Momoa, if you couldn't tell by the trailers, is a new bad guy. And yeah, the story is pretty simple, basic, but at least let me try to entertain you and tell you what it's about. Alright, so let's start my intro and we'll get into part 10. Holy shit. You ready? Yeah, I'm really liking this stuff. Okay, so part 10 starts out with a scene from Fast and Furious 5. Some people would say that it's probably the most grounded and best sequence in all of the Fast films, and it has Dom and Brian dragging a safe with hundreds of millions of dollars through Rome, and it's a pretty awesome action sequence even to this day. What changes is they actually now add Jason Momoa's character into this whole sequence. Jason Momoa plays a character called Dante, and Dante, his father, gets killed and then he gets knocked into the water, and now he wants revenge. And it's been 10 years that he's been plotting his revenge. What's he been doing for the past 10 years? I'm assuming building his empire, you know, building up money and stuff, getting resources, yada yada yada. So we're fast forwarding through all the events of basically Fast 5 and through Fast 10. We have Dom and the family doing what they do best, out there having a barbecue. Yeah, you can say what you want about the Fast franchise, but I give Dom credit and still the whole family dynamic credit, because he is a good father, he is a good husband, and he is a good family man. Yeah, he's probably teaching his kid the wrong things, but I still like the speech he gives where he's talking to Han, and he said, yeah, the point is every generation gets better than the last generation. So you know what? Hey, it's 2023. Good family values, Dom is good father. Fuck it, I'll drink to that.
I will drink to that.
So what happens next is Cypher shows up, played by Charlize Theron. Still looks fucking fantastic, and she's broken and bloody. She's on friggin' death's door, and Dom isn't happy to see her, to say the least, because in previous films, she did kill the mother of his son. But she's like, before you kill me, I have to talk to you because there's a war coming and sides are being chosen. Dom and Letty are like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I met the devil tonight and I thought it was me. I met somebody way worse than even I am. And then we do get a proper introduction of Dante, played by Jason Momoa. This guy walks into the room and he just says one thing.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
And this son of a bitch knows how to make an entrance. He just outclasses Cypher very easily, and it's just really cool seeing the sequence where Jason Momoa has no problem killing a guy, and after slitting his throat, takes a knife and literally drinks the blood off the knife, and I'm like, oh shit.
Holy shit.
He wants to steal some of Cypher's tech, and he wants to get his revenge against Dom, which he's been plotting for the past 10 years. And after Cypher warns Dom, guess what? His team now, they've been set up by Dante. And basically, that's the entire plot of the film, which I summed up in about 2 minutes, so end of movie. See ya.
That was quick.
That's the rest of the film, and either love it or hate it. It goes from action set piece to action set piece, and this is what we've come to know with the Fast franchise. You have explosions and bombs running through the street. You have cars breaking the laws of physics. You have comedy. But the biggest thing I have to praise for this film is take away the stupidity, and it does have a very good revenge tale. And by all accounts, everybody knows this, who's actually seen the film, that Jason Momoa carries this fucking film. Like, this guy is carrying the entire goddamn film on his big, manly shoulders. And how does he act? It's like, it's really hard to describe what Jason Momoa is in this film, because you know him from being Aquaman or Drogo from Game of Thrones, and it's like he's channeling some Jack Sparrow to the Joker, and also channeling his inner Nick Cage, because it's like some of his acting is so over the top and some of his dialogue is so cringy, but then also kind of funny. It's every time the guy is on screen, he's fucking amazing.
Oh my god, he is insane.
The thing is, what makes Dante so deadly is that from a physical standpoint, he can match Dom in physicality. But also, much like the Joker to Batman, the guy is fucking insane. Like, he will do shit, and I'm not even exaggerating at this point, for spoilers, you don't care, but he'll do something like, you know, have knives in his hand and give this very, like, scary look like he wants to kill you. And then the next scene, he has his hair in ponytails, and he's painting his nails different colors while he's talking to dead corpses. Like, I'm not even joking, he's painting the nails of corpses, and then he's doing these really over-the-top one-liners. He's laughing, but then he's serious, and he's just, like, overacting. And every time he's on screen, I just love every second of it.
I want more.
The guy, by all accounts, is fucking crazy, but he's not as stupid. He is always, and I mean always, 2 steps ahead of Dom and his family. Every single time Dom and these guys think they have the upper hand, think that they're actually winning, they're fucking not. Dante, he tells Dom that, yeah, you are exactly where I want you to be. Yeah, what a bad guy.
He's a villain.
Brie Larson, I'm not the biggest fan of her, and they were very smart that she's in the film maybe 6 minutes to 7 minutes. She's there shooting guns, getting to fight scenes, and she's in and out, pretty basic. Also, which I didn't expect, again, maybe spoilers, is Alan from Jack Reacher fame, Jack Reacher himself. And I can tell you one thing, I was reading articles that for season 2 of Jack Reacher, he's been bulking up, and this dude is a fucking physical powerhouse. And this is one of the guys where, just like Brie Larson, he's not in the film a lot, he only has a few select scenes, but you can totally believe that a guy of this size could easily take on 4 or 5 guys without fucking breaking a sweat. And he does, and by all accounts, Jack Reacher, or in this film, Ames, the guy's a total fucking badass.
Jack Reacher.
Every film has, like, not I'd say a cliffhanger, but a post-credit scene, and it does kind of set up for the next film, but every film still does have an ending. And you could say that, well, when Paul Walker died, that was the end of the franchise, or when they add John Cena in, that was the end of the franchise. This is the first Fast film out of the entire 10 movies where it actually has a cliffhanger, and I was like, oh shit, because it doesn't say to be continued, but the final scene is a cliffhanger, which is leading into future films. And of course, it was first announced that Fast 10 was the final Fast film, and no, it's not by any means. But it's going to be Fast 11 or Fast 12, I don't know, but damn sure with the way this ended, we are getting more.
That is the sound of inevitability.
I'm totally fine with that, because just like this year, the Meg 2 is coming out with Jason Statham, and of course Statham, he's in a film for literally one scene. One scene, kills a couple guys, he's out. With films like the Meg and films like Fast 10, these films know what they are, you know what they are, and love them or hate them, I still feel like we still need, as a genre, these kinds of films. We still need stupid, fun action, because let's be honest, boys and girls, some of the better films out there, like I'll mention The Covenant. So far in 2023, The Covenant is my favorite film of the year. However, look at the box office, and it comes down to films like the new Transformers coming out, Fast 10, films of this nature. These are the films that give people jobs. You know, they're the ones that are keeping people in theaters. They're keeping the concessions going. They're keeping people employed. We need stupid, dumb action. And for all account, it's just plain old-fashioned fun.
Since when do you like stupid fun?
This film, it just knows what it is, and just sit back, grab a fucking drink and some popcorn, shut your brain off, and just enjoy it for what it is. I brought my girlfriend into 4D, and I love promoting 4D because 4D is fantastic, and I wish she was here, but she's working. She only seen the first Fast film, and of course, that shows you how bad and dumb the plot line is, where she skipped 9 movies, and she's like, honey, I just want to see this for Jason Momoa. During the film, about 5 times, she whispers over and she's like, this scene makes no fucking sense. And you know what? It's awesome.
You marry her. You marry her now. You marry her.
We were laughing. Everyone in the theater was. It's over the top. It's bullshit. But you know what? This is the definition of a popcorn film and a popcorn franchise. There's no preaching. There's no the message. There's no terms like trans or non-binary or they, them, or hearing about, you know, whatever, intersectional feminism and all this woke nonsense. No, it's an old-fashioned film from the 80s and 90s with just better CGI, and I'm totally fine with that. And there is a post-credit scene, which I'm not gonna lie, when I seen the post-credit scene, I was like, goddamn, I didn't see that coming. You can check it out for yourself. So in the end, Fast 10, would I recommend it? If you didn't like the first 9, don't go fucking see it. But I would say at least give it a rental just to see Jason Momoa lose his fucking mind, because I'm not sure how much acid this guy did when he was filming his scenes, but he had to be doing something.
Hey, dorks, what are we blowing up? What? The Vatican? Wow, you guys are going to hell.
It's a good way to start off the summer season for 2023, okay? That's it, guys. That's all I can say. I am always out of time, and
Well, he's always late.
I have a new job, and just like the old job, well, guess what?
I hate my job.
Always busy, always on the go, and not gonna lie to you, if they make 10 more Fast and Furious films, I'll go fucking see all 10, alright? So, hope you enjoyed my laser review. Let me grab Bender and finish some of this good old blueberry vodka plus some Pepsi Zero. You ready?
This calls for a drink.
I brought some of this in the theater and it definitely helped out, okay? So, as always, I have to head back to work.